morning, everybody. Welcome back to PSGL. George Morgan here, your commentator, alongside me, TK, who is going to be rounding off the season with me. Down the inside, absolutely impossible season. This is for the win between these two.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
He needs to get it done now.
Blakey will dive to the inside.
We'll go bust. We got our elbows out.
Ronner takes the lead. Because here comes Alfie Butcher.
Can't really complain with that one.
It's not going to be easy. The pressure is on, of course.
Yarda Watmere is your champion.
Well, it is a good morning, it's a good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're joining us, really, around the world here today. PSGL PCF 5 is back again. We had another week break because Madrid had got cancelled, but nonetheless, we are here racing today at the Red Bull Ring, and it's one that I'm fully excited for. Red Bull Ring, again, it's an interesting circuit, really, around the block. If you look at the track, man, got 10 corners around here. Not met the shortest circuit on the Formula 1 calendar. You have to rise up the hill on the run down towards turn number 3. 3 seconds across the circuit. Obviously, the final 2 corners is where you will find the overtake detection zone. Your straight modes on the main straight, on the run to turn 3, on the run to turn 4, and towards turn number 9. Favourite overtaking spots will be turn 3 and turn number 4, with the slipstream being the one that is on offer to most of the drivers here today. Red Bull Ring, it's a spectacular circuit, safe to say, really, where it never disappoints. It will never disappoint with Grand Prix action, and you will always be promised for some exhilarating action, whether it's in dry, whether it's in the wet. We have no idea what the weather is today, because obviously we use random weather, so we have absolutely no knowledge on what could happen today. In terms of the standings, I haven't got it on my OBS, but I've got it on my phone just in case. The championship leader, Federico Spiga, after the opening 3 rounds, obviously we didn't race it in Madrid. Obviously Silverstone we had during that break week, mainly because of the fact that it was the lobby died halfway through the race, so we was forced to do it in the break week there. In the first 3 races, we've had 3 different race winners. We've had Is It Alarmed in the Scarlet Ferrari, who won last time we raced at the British Grand Prix. Then we had, technically in the season opener, Federico Spiga, who is still your championship leader, is currently leading the way by, well, I say by, he's level on points with Ivan Santamaria. So the top 2 of the World Championship, very close. The top 3 in the championship are split by a singular point. And then your race winner down at the Belgian Grand Prix was none other than Noel Gestrine, the man who really, well, he got that strategy to pinpoint perfection. It was a matter of going long in the hard turn. It's like what you saw from Yarda Watmere a while back when he did that hard to medium. Went so long and then pulled the trigger after he got past Barry Brewerman, sorry, I've butchered my words. He then actually just absolutely blitzed away, got a 4-second gap. Noel Gestrine did that insanity as well to get that gap. And well, we finally got going here at 9 minutes past the hour. Introduction to myself, my name's Rio Harris. For only one, there's no one else here today. We've had a bit of lack of the, in terms of attendance for the commentators, we had a bit of a lack. So me and Sappy, we spent the last half an hour scrambling around to get everything absolutely sorted. And well, I'm hoping that we've got everything working in terms of like the boards and everything. We spent a while ensuring that we could get everything working here. You can see a lot of the drivers like Zozo, Kasper Jedicek, Giovanni Brunuzza, Panos Carafalidis, Salvo Meadow, Noel Gestrine, Axel as well. You got like Thomas Bowles here, and then I mean, for Champions can't count the championship leader Federico Spiga as well. I mean, you got Santa Maria as well. You see, I see someone in the chat there hurrahing on Santa Maria. Will he be able to win? Jaro Van Heltgem, can he get a good result today? Formula Kai, Tashanes, Yellow, Louis Welch, DV91, Tom 97 as well. Qualifying is one of the more exciting ones here because it's such a short circuit. You can see the top 5 split by half a tenth, really. We're in qualifying then. We can go to the main gameplay where it is going to be one that I am thoroughly excited for here today. If we get the lap timer up and the I've completely forgot what the button is for the track map. If I just, you know, I'm cheating. Is it T? No, it's not. I have no idea what it is. Either way, welcome on in. If this is your first time watching PSGL, if this is one of your if this is your most recent one in terms of watching it all the while, welcome in to the Premier Sim Gaming Leagues, where it does look a bit overcast, doesn't it? We might have some rain amongst in this qualifying session here. The Red Bull of Giovanni Baruzza is out on circuit. He was going to be first up, but no, just been overtaken by the Haas, I believe, of Jaro van Houtgem in racing for the QDR team. I'm sorry, I'm going to quickly just check something on my OBS. My OBS is completely fine. Sorry, right. I got paranoid momentarily about something. Nonetheless, though, Jaro will be first up. Santa Maria has actually disconnected from the session, so I 7-0 in the Twitch chat. You have cursed him, my friend. I'm joking. But anyway, lap times, I don't actually know what to expect, really, in terms of what we could get for the racing action here today. Everyone on circuit bar 5, that is Geno, Formula Kai, Santa Maria, who obviously just disconnected, Zozo, and DV91. You're going to see a lot of drivers trying to maybe get the slipstream on the rundowns towards turn 3 and turn number 4 here today. As we go on board with the Haas driver, again, if there is any technical difficulties, I do apologise in advance. It was a bit of a rush, really, to get everything going. But as we climb the hill on the rundown towards Niki Lauda curve, I believe this is called, through turn 1, we go and foot to the floor on the rundown towards turn number 3. There'll be the slight flat kink, this left kink here, of turn number 2 as we rise up the hill, get so close to that gravel, use all the road to minimise the time, then flick it in through turn 3, instant foot to the floor on the power on the run, down towards turn number 4 here. This might be the second, well, I say it might be, it will be the second place we see the most amount of overtakes. Go on the braking, then just around the 100 metre board, maybe slightly later if you're feeling daring, and then apply the power flat through turn 5. On the rundown towards turn number 6, where you have to be on the limit here. You don't want to tag that curb because it could spit your car around. We make our way in towards turn number 7. 44.817 is the benchmark middle sector to beat in terms of overall lap time. We make our way on the rundown now towards turn 9 and turn number 10, where you have to go all in to find the most amount of lap time through turn 9, and then round the final corner at turn number 10, and Jaro will be the first up to set a time here. We cross the line with the Haas outfit at 104.200 is the time to beat. Giovanni Baruzza, the Italian, will make their way towards the line. And where can Giovanni go? Crossing that line, goes second fastest, but Salvo Meadow will take provisional pole by just shy of half a second here. Noel Gestrine, the pole sitter and race winner from the Belgian Grand Prix. Can they go to the top of the time page? They can go second fastest here. Championship leader Federico Spiga making their way through the final sector. Now we'll go to Tashanes, who's invalidated their time, making their way over the line now. Then it'll be Axel in the Papaya McLaren crossing that line as Marvin Gold went into 4th. Axel actually invalidated on their time. What about Federico Spiga then? Championship leader crossing the line, can only go 7th fastest, was a 104.2. We then watch towards I believe, the Alpine of Zozo making their way around the final couple of corners. His Salvo Meadows time has been unmatched. Can Zozo snatch that away? He can go 4th fastest, just over 0.2 of a second away from the time of which we have seen so far here. Formula Kai might be up next, making his way round turn number 6 on the run towards turn number 7. The Canadian driver will arise there. 44.540. Very competitive middle sector, it does seem, as we make our way towards turn number 9 and towards turn number 10. There's the Racing Bulls ahead as well. I do believe that was... I have no idea. It was one of the Racing Bulls. I have no idea which one. My apologies. It was Meadow, sorry. As over the line we go, with Formula Kai crossing the line. It is top 5 with exactly the same time as Noel Gestrine. What about Tashan? It's got finally a valid lap time and goes up into 8th fastest here. Next up with the Papaya McLaren here. Axel over the line, goes 3rd slowest overall. Slowest of the competitive time so far. As then we watch for the silver arrows of the championship leader, Federico Spiga. Did a cooldown lap, did a recharge lap, and is going to push on again here at the Red Bull Ring. And well, who else is on lap? Geno as well makes their way climbing the hill on the rundown towards turn number 3. I don't believe anyone else is pushing on at this current moment in time, unless Jaro was pushing on, as actually invalidated on their lap time. Tom 97 actually is pushing around. Tom 97's going on again here in this qualifying session as he arises through turn 1. Giovanni Baruzza is someone who did go again. Santa Maria has disconnected again from the session. Baruzza, I believe, will just peel into the pit lane, which he does. The Scarlet Ferrari of Tashanes, who has just peeled out of the way. DV91 currently on a outlap as well. And then we have the, I believe, the Cadillac of that, I think that's Formula Climb entering pit road. Now we'll go back to Geno then, rounding the penultimate corner, rounding the final corner, and it's a quick spurt to the line, a quick sprint to the line as we cross it now with a 104.250. Just goes ahead of their teammate by 1.8 tenths. But then the next driver to be on the lap is one of two drivers yet to set a competitive lap time. DV91 comes to the top of the hill to try and push on here. Tom 97, I think, actually was pushing on, up by 1.2 tenths as he arises through turn number 9 and in towards turn number 10 we go with the Audi driver. Foot to the floor, their teammate currently sat in P6. Can Tom go and join them? Yes, he can. He can go ahead of them by just 25 milliseconds. So Audi currently in P6 and P7, the highest car, I believe, qualifying cars with 2 cars in that top 7. So not too shabby there for the Audi outfit. As then we go then towards DV91, making their way through turn 8, through turn 7, through turn 8 on the run towards turn number 9. The Scarlet Ferrari on course to set their first valid lap time of today as we make our way rounding the final corner and foot to the floor. Crossing line we go with the Scarlet Ferrari to join their teammate in the top 11. Ferrari 10th and 11th on the provisional running order here. We are approaching, I believe, the halfway mark of this qualifying session. The Mercedes of Panos Karafalidis is making their way to begin another lap time in this qualifying session. There is 11 minutes and 9 seconds left on the clock here. And well, invalidation for Panos Karafalidis through turn number 1. So it invalidated really before he got going here in the Red Bull Ring. And something I did want to mention, Tom 97 obviously doing that double run here in this short qualifying. You have the time to do that. You have the time to do a double run, and then, oh my word, as he almost stacks it into the pit barrier, into the pit wall. That could have been bad for the Audi man. So we're going back to Giovanni Barizza, who was one of the last ones to come back into the pit lane. One of the first ones, or actually the first, back out on the circuit, excluding Panos Karafalidis. So, I believe, you know what, let's go on board for a full lap with Giovanni Barizza. Foot to the floor on the rundown now towards turn number 1 here. The battery being depleted. You see it on the wheel down to around 75%. Slight lift and coast. Flick it through the opening corner of the circuit. Then we burn the battery all the way down this straight. But you don't want to use all of it because you need someone to run towards turn number 4. Turn off around the 50% mark and then go under braking. Chuck the brakes applying through turn number 4. Foot to the floor. Boost instantly back on as you deplete it all the while. Slipstream there from the Aston Martin momentarily here. Turn the battery off once again around 50% because you want to do some more LICO because you need a lot of battery for the final sector. Foot to the floor here. A little bit more boost then on the run towards turn number 6. But again, you need to save it all for the final couple of corners here. Through turn 6 on the run down towards turn 7. End of the middle sector then. 92 milliseconds up. At the minute, good enough for P2. But is there going to be the time in the final sector? Boost all the way towards turn number 9. As we go through turn 9. Foot to the floor, through turn 10, instantly have a little bit of battery for the sprint to the line, and Giovanni Barizza will come across the line, and he will lose 700 in that final sector, not good enough to take him any higher than where he started that lap in P3. Louis Welch is up next, making their way towards the final couple of corners. Scrap that, it might be the Mercedes of Panos Karafalidis who actually peeled into pit lane, so no, ignore me. Go back to Louis Welch then, round the final corner and foot to the floor as we go over the line with the Audi. Where can they go? To the front row for Louis Welch. Less than a tenth shy of the provisional pole gap, or the provisional pole time to be. Federico Spiga, the championship leader, just shy of an improvement of 2 tenths, crossing that line now, and Spiga can go, jump into that top 10 here for the Mercedes team. The championship leader, really, well, struggling here in qualifying at this current moment in time. Next up, I believe, we have the McLaren. I want to say of Axel there, who's making their way around the final couple of corners here. And Axel will make his way across the line, goes wide, and does invalidate their lap time here in the Red Bull Ring. The Aston Martin up next. I was just trying to find who it was. No, it's actually Kart, sorry. It wasn't Aston Martin. It was Blode, who has gone to the top of the timing page with a 103.648. Salvo Romedo, end of the first sector, 7,000 up on their personal best here. Giovanni Barizza going yet again in this qualifying session here. Yoro apparently going fastest in the middle sector as you make our way towards the end of the lap. Formula Kai, I believe, pushing on as well. Formula Kai crossing the line. Formula Kai goes to the top 3 here. Zozo up next. No, it was the Williams, sorry, I believe, with Noel Gestrine, who just came across the line. Then we go to the Racing Bulls. That is going to be... I'm completely lost. It was Alvaro Meadow. Meadow crossing the line. Finds an improvement, but it was invalidated. The improvement wouldn't have been high enough to take him to provisional pole position, as we see the McLaren of Geno come across the line to improve on their particular lap time here. Panos Karafalidis, sorry, Federico Spiga actually pushing on again here in qualifying. Then it's Zozo coming across the line. Zozo lost a lot of time really in that final sector. Had actually found an invalidation exceeding those track limits. Next up is Axel. Round the final corner, we will arise with the McLaren crossing the line now, and obviously not improving, actually, as I just had a look at that delta. Tom 97 pushing on again here with 6 minutes 40 on the clock as we rotate through turn number 1. The Mercedes, I believe now, Paris Carafalidis is actually going to begin their next lap. What about the Shanes then? Making their way towards the end of their particular lap time. 1.5 tenths up as we rotate it through turn 9, through turn 10, and instantly foot to the floor on the rundown towards the line. And where can the Scarlet Ferrari go? Into the top 7 ahead of Noel Gestrine in the Williams, who is improving, who is finding time at the end of the middle sector. And the Williams driver will look to go to another pole position. He did it in Spa-Francorchamps. Can he do it again in the Red Bull Ring as he comes around the final corner, goes foot to the floor, crossing the line, and well, the Delta's lied to me. The Delta has lied to me. How could it? He is pushing on again though. Here in the Red Bull Ring, Axel comes across the line for the McLaren team. Improvement of time, but not of position. Tom 97 around the final corner had actually backed out of that particular lap time, but has the battery. They are going to hurrah on again. Santa Maria again has rejoined the session. Can he finally have some luck as Paris Carafalidis comes across the line, invalidated their time, but did improve on their lap time. Noel Gestrine, a second down at the end of their particular first sector, and well, won't be finding any sort of improvement. DB91 has also just begun a lap here in the Red Bull Ring. Zozo again, another one who is invalidated. Track limits are going to be such a crucial part here today, here in qualifying. Is Axel. Don't think he's pushing on at the end of that sector. We will go to Tom 97 then, who does seem to be pushing on. Probably a bit of lag. I think that's just on my end because my Wi-Fi doesn't like this stuff. As we rotate it through turn number 9 and not turn 9, sorry, turn number 6 through turn 7. Then we make our way through turn number 8 on the rundown now towards turn number 9 and towards turn number 10. Round the penultimate corner and then around the final corner, we will rise with the Audis chucking it on through in the Red Bull Ring. 10 corners to master. Has Tom 97 mastered all 10 of them? Crossing the line goes P7 behind their teammate. You're still nonetheless an improvement, and Audi again looking strong here in the qualifying as Carafalidis does run into the pit lane. DV91 as well, another one who's going to peel into the pit lane despite starting their lap time. 4 minutes 15 remaining on the clock here as Louis Welch, another one who is going to peel into the box along with the Alpine, I believe. No, it won't be. The Alpine of Marvin Golm is actually going to push on here. So currently only 3 cars onto the circuit. Salvador Meadow, Tom 97, and Marvin Golm, the man on your screens right now. We head through the opening corner, then make the run, and invalidates his time. So we will not watch Marvin Golm. 4 cars now on the circuit because Santa Maria has finally got that car on the circuit here. So he will be able to hopefully now get an effort in. He's basically got to do 1 or nothing, or actually he might have actually left himself some time to get 2 runs in here. But that was definitely not my connection. Santa Maria had a lot of connection issues, it does seem, here today. Maybe driver's going to go for that double out lap as Tom 97 does. You can just see his dot absolutely sprint into the pit lane. And the brake performance on that Audi is immaculate. So Salvador Meadow, we'll go on board with him. We'll see what he does with his battery. He's got time to do 2 runs if he does wish to here. We head down towards turn number 1 and the battery is being used. So this could be 1 of 2 attempts here for Salvador Meadow here. 3.7 laps of fuel. With these cars, you're not allowed really to put the fuel as low as you could before as we make our way. But no, Salvador Meadow does actually back out of that one. Did push on through turn 1, but felt like he was going to get impeded a lot from the traffic. So has aborted that particular effort here today. Santa Maria then, through turn number 1. You'd think a driver who would really need to get 2 efforts on the board here. Need all the chances possible to get something going here. As you make our way down towards turn number 3 in Santa Maria. Is going on for a push lap here. We rotate it through turn number 3 and foot to the floor in an instant here. Boost being used on the rundown now towards turn number 4, but I have no idea actually what's going on with the battery. It said it was on it said it was on like 60%, and it spiked up to 80%. Oh. Anyway, we'll move on. Noel Gestrine is going on for a lap here and qualifying here at the end of the first sector. No, he's not. See, this is going to be the confusing part. A lot of drivers opt to do this double warm-up lap as Mercedes has gone wide there. Paris Carafinides who went wide. Exit of turn number 1. I would love to see how much time was left on the board here as Blode going through turn 1. The man on provisional pole position here. Are they hurrahing on? It does seem as Panos Karafalidis has crashed. Giovanni Baruzza has got a 5-place grip penalty, as the Mercedes, I'm going to presume, has run into the rear of him. At the end of the first sector, 21 milliseconds down is Blode, the man chasing pole position here. He's currently got it provisionally, as I would watch, I believe, the Alpine, I want to say, of Zozo. As I say that, Zozo goes to the top of the timing page and forcing now a response from the rest to challenge it here in qualifying. The championship leader up by 33 milliseconds, rounding the final corner, isn't pushing on, bailed out of that particular lap time. As we come across the line, he does get out of the way. But what about the Aston Martin of Blode, making their way towards the end of their particular lap time, improving by 44 milliseconds? That will be enough to take provisional pole. Round turn 9 and to round turn 10, foot to the floor, crossing the line. Can the Aston Martin roll back to the top? No, they've improved, but it's not an improvement of position here at the Red Bull Ring. And he will be starting P2. At best here, Tashanis is going to go on again for one more hurrah here. DV91 likewise. What about Noel Gestrine not improving at the end of that first sector here? What about Casper Yelicek has just began another lap here in this qualifying session. Salvador Meadow again beginning their final hurrah here in qualifying. The Alpine of, I believe, Marvin Gong came across the line. Unsure if they improved on their lap time. No, they're just beginning another one here. Geno up next. Is Axel coming across the line? Did Axel improve on their time? No, they're going on for one more. So Geno, 2/10 down as the checkered flag is now waving. So it is do or die in this qualifying session. Geno does not find an improvement here. Noel Gestrine crossing the line, finds an improvement, but doesn't find an up place in positions here. Yara up next, 48 milliseconds down on their potential lap time, and they do not improve at all on their overall lap time. The man on pole position, on the front, who was on pole position, currently on the front row, is not improving here. The Scarlet Ferrari of Tashanis, are they improving? Across the line we go, Mr. Ferrari up into 6th position. DV91 as well up next. Crossing the line, can he join his teammate? He can go to top 4 here. Casper Yelicek up next, didn't improve on their time. Formula Kai coming down towards the final couple of corners here. Salvador Meadow spins at the final corner. One of the drivers in contention for pole spins the car around. Formula Kai goes criminally wide at the final corner. Won't find an improvement. Axel across the line. Absolutely clatters him. Absolutely clatters him. Marvin Golm up next. Will he clatter into him? Yes, he will. It's qualifying done. It's Zozo on pole. Blode lines up in 2nd position. There's been a murder. There's been a murder on the main straight. Axel has died. And well, it is the Alpine of Zozo on pole position. There's been a murder. So here is your running order. Then it is Zozo on pole position from Blode in the Aston Martin. Then it is Noel Gestrine, the pole sitter and race winner from the Belgian Grand Prix in P3. DB91 for Ferrari in P4, Salvador Meadow and from Formula Kai. And then the Ferraris came good at the end there. Sejana's in P7 and Casper Yelicek, Louis Welts, top 97, Marvin Gong, Barutza Kart, Van Houten, Carafalida, Spiga, Yeno, Bowser, Santa Maria and Axel. Round off your grid then for the Austrian Grand Prix. And well, I do apologise if the connection is bad. I am heavily dependent on my Wi-Fi not giving up here at all. And so I just want to have a look to see if anything... Just had word from Louis Welch. We are actually having a race restart here. So we can go to... We'll go to this camera for now then. Actually, no, we won't. We'll go here. Sorry about that. We'll go to this one so we can just watch the chaos unfold as well. So, using from Louis Welch, we are restarting for the grid penalties here. So this one shouldn't matter all that much, but we can get a taster. We will go racing. The Alpine behind has been disqualified because he's been disqualified for a collision. Who will be the last man standing here? Who will be? Oh, there's a Ferrari all round already. Oh my goodness me. There is a murder already. Oh my word. Formula Kai into second position. Blode takes the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. There has been a murder at the Red Bull Ring. Oh no. Oh dearie me. A murder has occurred. I feel like I might disconnect. I feel like I might have disconnected there. I have no idea. Anyway, well, Blode is your race winner. Thank you for tuning in. That is what happens at the PSGL race day. They get to have fun and kill each other. I'm joking. So, Blode is... So, Blode's starting on the front row. I mean, Formula Kai is someone who is, well... in the top 6, has all the chance to fight. I mean, in this, it's because it's so close, you have the chance to always make a move here. And, well, while I wait for the restart, I am going to, for now, bring us back to the... Bring us back to the intermission. I'll put us to the intermission screen, just so, you know, I don't bore you with my yap. Or would you like the yap? I don't know. Anyway, for now, I will catch you all in a couple minutes. As soon as we start running up, I will bring us back to this exact screen. Qualifying done. Alpine on pole. Zozo has taken it. Aston Martin on the front row. Unheard scenes. But, yeah, we'll see you back shortly for the Austrian Grand Prix. Well, hello once again. I am. So, for reference, even Santa Maria has left the session. He had taken it to his own accord to leave to be able to let the other drivers not have to deal with his connectivity issue, which I think it's a really good thing from him. Obviously it's heartbreaking when you have these connection issues and you can't race, but yeah, he's taken it to his own accord to dispatch himself from the race. And we're down to 19 runners then here in the Red Bull Ring, and I can go onto this menu for you guys. I'll take you through your running order very quickly. It's FST. It's TES Zozo on pole position from Blode in the Aston Martin. There's Noel Jestring from DV91. Salvo Meadow and Formula Kai line up on row 3. Then Tashan and Yedashik. And then it's an all British and all Audi fifth row with Louis Welch and Tom 97, Marvin Golm and Giovanni Baruzza in P11 and 12 on row 6. Then it's Carlton Yaro on row 7. On row 8 we have Panos Karafalides and Federico Spiga, the championship leader, down in P16. A rough qualifying for the Italian. Yellow and Thomas Balser in on row number 8. On row number 9, and the only driver on row number 9 is the Swedish driver of Axel. Just double check on OBS. I have got the right screen up. In the Twitch chat, in the YouTube chat, get your predictions in. Who do you reckon is going to take the race victory here at the Red Bull Ring today? 36 laps to come. The sun is shining. It does seem the skies look pretty clear. So we should be loving life. Boost mode will be available for the first time in a couple of weeks. First time since we raced in, I believe, the Belgian Grand Prix. We will get that boost mode in the race. Let's just say that. British Grand Prix qualifying was dry. The race intermediates the whole way amongst it. It's Alpine on pole, Aston Martin alongside. There's Williams, Ferrari, Racing Bulls, and then Red Bull. And then another Scarlet Ferrari. The Ferraris finding a good qualifying at the last. After struggling down in the bottom regions of qualifying, they find themselves now, I believe, 2 cars in that top 7. Season 43 in the Red Bull Ring here today. Turn 3, turn 4, turn 1, turn 9. Where you can, any corner in Austria is an overtaking corner. You just have to make sure you do not get it wrong. It will be a spectacle under the sunshine in the Styrian Mountains here. The crowd already cheering. Our car's not even moved an inch yet. As surely we await these 5 red lights amongst the drivers. Some of the highest and elite drivers in the sim racing world. It's going to be the question of who will lead the turn 1. It's going to be the question of who will take the win. Austria has never disappointed in terms of when I have commentated. Austria is never disappointed in terms of when you watch it in real life. It's always provided action. It's always provided controversy. Will we have any of that today? Noel Jestrin and Federico Spiga, 2 of the contenders for the World Championship at different orders of the field. Federico Spiga, the championship leader, down in P16 here in the Red Bull Ring. Luckily, it's a circuit where you can overtake. It's just a matter of getting them done and avoiding front wing damage. It'll be a question of as well for when we will get going here today. A quick reminder of your championship standings then. Federico Spiga tied on points with even Santa Maria. Santa Maria is not here today. Sorry, it's Santa Maria who is tied. As we will go to the 5 red lights on in the Red Bull Ring. Alpine on your right, Aston on the left. And we will go racing to turn number 1. Itiris Zozo got a decent start and already holds the lead into the opening corner of the race. Noel Jestrin trying to look as well as we go side by side behind. Formula Kai and Salvo Meadow making the run now down towards turn number 3. Quite the clean start from the top 4. Further behind though, Formula Kai and Meadow doing battle here. The Soul Racing Bulls dueling with the Cadillac to go under break and the strategy minor contact between the pair of them here. This now allows Tashanes to try and get the run on the run down towards turn number 4. Tashanes looking to get this move here, but on this occasion not close enough. Formula Kai now looking on the rear of the Scarlet Ferrari, looking for the move on the inside line, but on this occasion not close enough. Further behind, yellow running wheel to wheel was the Mercedes. Marvin Golm as well looking to get involved. Formula Kai still looking on the heels of the Scarlet Ferrari, and Formula Kai from 6th position already up into 5th in this Grand Prix. Decent start from the Cadillac drivers. We see Kasper Yedashik right on the rear of Tashanes in the Scarlet Ferrari here. On the run down towards turn number 9 and turn number 10, the Williams looking for a move on the inside. Seechuk going past the Ferrari and had to get his elbow out to get that move done medium against the hard tyre, and it's worked in perfection for Kasper Seechuk. We make the run towards turn 1. Towards turn 1, Seechuk's going for another one and past 2 in a matter of corners here. Through turn 9, he got to Charles. Through turn 1, he got Olmedo here. But Olmedo looking to come back at him on the rundown towards turn number 3. Wheel to wheel, racing balls, and Williams will arise. The outside line for the Williams will hopefully favour him in terms of momentum as he make the run towards turn number 4. On this occasion, they will not be wheel to wheel. Louis Welch as well, going wheel to wheel with the, I believe, the Scarlet Ferrari going late on the brakes, almost running into the rear of Salvador Meadow. Tashanas will try the old up and under here. We have a look at your race tyres then. Zozo on that medium compound tyre, already scampering away, has almost got, well I say almost, has got a 1 second advantage here in the Red Bull Ring here. Make our way towards turn 9 and turn number 10. Seechuk closing up again to Formula Kai. This time another hard tyre runner. Yellow flags are out because Thomas Bausier has run off the road. Tyres completely full of gravel, front wing damage, and his bid for Austrian Grand Prix glory has probably been dashed already. Giovanni Baruzza into the box. Tom 97 running wheel to wheel with car, and Tom 97 sailing past the Cadillac as Giovanni Baruzza is our first retiree. I believe Thomas Bowser will be our second retiree here at the Red Bull Ring as he enters the pit lane as well as they go through turn number 3. They all say line astern on this occasion here. The top 17 all within the train of one another here. And Thomas has actually stayed in the race. So, you know what, fair dues here. Kasper Seechuk looking for the move on the inside of Formula Kai. As we make our way now down towards turn number 6, where Seechuk gaining in the slipstream, going for the move, diving on the inside line through turn 6. You got to be brave to do it though. Up into the top 5 now for the Williams man, and making the moves in the early stages of the Austrian Grand Prix on the medium compound tyre here. If he wants to do the one stop, he's got to make sure he manages them because the tyre wear still isn't the greatest here in the Red Bull Ring. Obviously, this was F125 cars. You would be seeing a lot more pushing. You would see, because the 2-stop, it would be the faster strategy. Salvador Meadow then is up next in terms of one trying to dispatch your Formula Car as we head through the opening corner of the circuit. The top 3 have actually now pulled away from the rest of the field here. We will go back to Salvador Meadow though, who is gaining on the rear of Formula Kai as we head in towards turn number 3. Will Meadow go for that move on the inside line? Formula Kai fending off, just showing that faint defensive move. We see a lunge on the inside line. I believe that's from the championship leader of Spiga, looking to make these moves, looking to now take 11th place in the race as we make the run down towards turn number 4. The battery turned off there for the Mercedes man as we then go through, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. As we go through turn 4, this game, the championship leader making steady progress from 16th up into 12th position in the race. So steady progress from the championship leader so far. Santa Maria, his nearest rival for the title, is nowhere near him. The man who has third in the World Championship, Zozo, leads the race. So as it stands at the moment, Zozo will be taking the lead of the World Drivers' Championship. Salvador Meadows all over the heels of Formula Kai as they head through turn 9 and head through turn number 10 here. Run to turn 1 with your race leaders. This train has been reinstated to a 17-car train here. Zozo pace fading away a little bit on those medium tyres already on lap 5 of 36 as we make the climb and the run and the sprint towards turn number 3. And again, on this occasion, not close enough. Someone who might be close enough, though, is Tashanas looking for the move on the Audi of Louis Welch as we head through turn number 3. As they apply the power on the rundown now towards turn number 4. Tashanas gaining on the rear. Tom 97 as well gaining on the rear as we look further ahead. Kasper Seechuk running wheel to wheel. I believe Tom 97 did go for a dive while Giovanni leaves the session. Sorry for cutting away from the battle with Tom 97. Kasper Seechuk gets past DV91 as Tashanas, and Tom 97 continues to duel away. I just caught the dive bomb from Tom. I do apologise for cutting away from that, but we saw positions changing up ahead and Kasper Seechuk making the moves here. Next up is their teammate. And maybe that might be a lot more of a simpler move here. Salvador Meadow getting close to the rear of Formula Kai again as they run wheel to wheel. Around the outside, Formula Kai goes to hold on to 6th in the race. But we go to the lead of the Grand Prix though. Blode, the man who was so close to a pole position here, got it snatched away from Zozo at the last as we head through turn 1. It is game on here. At the front of the field, we make the climb down towards turn number 3. The battery being depleted by Blode. Will we think of a dive bomb move to the inside at turn number 3? On this occasion, nothing doing. in that particular occasion. I have thunder outside. Hopefully we have some thunderous action here in the Red Bull Ring. Make our way now down towards turn number 4, where once again Tashana seems to be getting close for the lead of the Grand Prix, though, getting even closer. Axel was spun behind, though. Further behind, Tashana's getting close as well. Louis Welch almost losing touch here with the guys ahead of him. The top 7 slowly starting to streak away here in the Red Bull Ring as side by side we go between Ferrari and Audi. The two giant manufacturers run wheel to wheel, and Tashana's goes through into 8th position in the race. The lead of the Grand Prix, though, Blode, getting closer all the while. Gap 2.5 tenths exact as we enter the slight lift or braking zone through turn 9, through turn 10. On the rundown now towards turn number 1. It is rinse and repeat here in the Red Bull Ring as we head in towards the opening corner of the racetrack. Foot to the floor, battery to be depleted for the Aston Martin. Will Zozo opt to fight this one? He is using battery, but he's not got a lot of it left in store for him. Zozo doesn't offer that defensive shape to the inside as Axel retires. On the inside, Blode goes wheel to wheel for the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. Blode has got the move done under traction. The hard tyres favour the Aston Martin, but Zozo not wanting to yield, but hasn't got a choice because now Noel Gestreen, the Belgian winner, looking to make the move on the inside of 4, the inside for 5 before the outside of turn 6 chops the nose. It chops his rear tyres ahead of the nose of Zozo here as the thunder's increasing outside. Kasper Jedicek as well looked for the move, but on this occasion, not close enough. Further behind, kart running wheel to wheel was Louis Welch, sorry. Tom 97's got ahead of his teammate, as well as Tashana's got ahead of Louis Welch. As we're running towards the final corners, onto the grass goes the Cadillac here. Further ahead though, DB91 pit stops already. Pit stops already here. 2-stop strategy is going to be in the Red Bull Ring. The pole sitter peels in, and for the lead of the Grand Prix, it's now Blode versus Noel Gestreen as we make our way on the rundown towards turn number 1. Noel's going to be gaining in the stream all the while. Gaining. Will he go for the move to the inside line? On this occasion, not close enough. Formula Kai as well. Another one who's going to be looking to try and make that move in towards turn 3. On this occasion, again, a driver who is not close enough. Panos Karafidis running wheel to wheel with multiple drivers here. Yellow as well. This seems to be like a 4-car gaggle of positions here as Yellow gets past Car, gets past Louis Welch. Louis Welch being swallowed apart here as we head round turn number 4. Further behind, Louis Welch still doing battle with Car here. The Mercedes of Panos Karafidis looking to get involved as well. Wheel to wheel, minor wheel banging. Round goes the Audi. Into the gravel goes the Mercedes of Karafidis, who gets sent drifting away. And Karafidis, the innocent bystander in all of that. Really, the unfortunate one in that consequence here. Will Louis Welch now peel into the pit lane, or will he actually go for the one-stop strategy here? I wonder if we'll get any weather like we do in my current town. Here's Formula Kai, gets past DB91, but then runs in actually a little bit deep here. DB91 now going to try and look to get this position back again for the lead of the Grand Prix, though. Getting close again, going wheel to wheel. Noel Gestreen diving through, and can he get the position ahead of the Aston Martin? Through goes the Belgian Grand Prix winner to take the lead of the Grand Prix. Here comes 3 wide moment. Formula Kai on Meadow 91 running wheel to wheel here, side by side. DB91 backs out of it. On Meadow tried to attack on the outside line, but Formula Kai now up into the podium positions here. Zozo making some decent work already on that. After he's made that early pit stop here to surely do the 2-stop strategy here. At the minute, it only seems to be those two doing that 2-stop strategy here. Louis Welch on that medium tyre, still going strong here, maybe going for that 1-stop here as we head round turn 9 and turn 10 with your race leaders here. Foot to the floor on the exit of the corner here, and it seems to be that whoever's in front seems to have the lack of pace here. Noel Gestreen, a little wiggle there to try and simulate or try and just notify Blode that they need to work together. They need to maximise this stint if they're on the 1-stop strategy here. As we head towards turn number 3 on this occasion, they won't swap around here. I think Noel is going to hold on, which he will, to the lead of this Grand Prix so far. Formula Kai as well, someone who is closing in to the fight for the lead of the Grand Prix. DV91, another one who is getting close as Thomas gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits on the exit of 7 through turn number 8. Kasper Jedicek and Zozo. Jedicek, sorry, moves into the net race lead. Side by side between Meadow. Meadow's got into the gravel here. And that's allowed DV91 through. Here comes the Mercedes of the championship leader, Aspiga, to go through on Tom 97. And a burst of battery. Does this now open the door for Tom 97 to come back at him? Foot on the floor on the rundown towards the final corner of the circuit here. The rear light flashing for the Mercedes man. But I think actually Tom 97 ran low on that deployment as well. The top four have now broken away here from the rest of the field here. The top two seeming to show the ultimate pace here. For the lead of the Grand Prix, though, as we head through turn number 1, 0.3 a second is that gap as we make the climb on the rundown now towards turn number 4. I think that little wiggle there from Noel Jesselyn is telling Blow to go through and take the lead of the Grand Prix. Noel offers that racing line, and the Aston Martin goes back through into the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix here on lap 11 of 36. Time absolutely flying on by here as DV91 getting close to the rear of Formula Kai on this occasion. Not close enough. That rain is so loud. Oh my word. No, Jesselyn, though, this top 4 now split by just over a second in terms of full lap time. And then I believe that'll be Thomas calling it quits here in the Red Bull ring. Yellow and Tom 97 run wheel to wheel. And Tom 97 seems just to fade away now. Yellow in the McLaren getting by, unless these drivers are going for that 2-stop strategy on the hard tyres. Maybe the Audi drivers going for that 1-stop here. As we head through turn 9 and head through turn 10 onto lap 12 of this Grand Prix, we will arise. Yellow flags are waving because the retired car of Thomas Bauer here, the Haas driver, the latest one, to call it quits on the Austrian Grand Prix. The train now reinstated to a top 9 here. Jara Van Helkem leads the 4-car train behind Carrick for leaders, who is starting to make some steady progress here as we climb the hill. Watching was the McLaren Tom 97 seeming to struggle here, or either or managing that tyre here, as that was, I thought that was a car who was actually just in the barrier. No, that is just Thomas's retired car here. For the lead of the Grand Prix, again getting close, but Noel will stay tucked up behind. Blowed in the Aston Martin, but on this occasion, they're keeping it well behaved, ain't they? They're keeping that pace up here. The guys who made that pit stop, Zozo and Kasper Yiddachik, are slowly approaching the rear of Panos Carrick for leaders. If we go to gap to leader, the gap between 1st and 16th is 13.7 seconds, 13.6, 0.5. Time coming down all the while here. They have to work together. They've got, I believe they've got like a 5, 6, 7, maybe 8-second gap to your race leaders here, as Thomas has left the session. Fastest lap of your race currently goes to Kasper Yiddachik in the Williams here. As we go back to the fight of the lead of the Grand Prix. Speaking of the Williams, Noel Jesselyn closing up to the rear of Blode in the Aston Martin as we head through turn 3 once again. This occasion not close enough. Yellow as well, looking to make that move again. Another one just not close enough to make anything. This is the phase of the race where you realise you have to work together here to make your particular strategies work here. As actually I say that for the lead of the Grand Prix, wheel to wheel we go. Another duel in dicing as Noel Jesselyn goes through into the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. But can Blode come back at him on the rundown now towards turn number 6? On this occasion, they will not be close enough. A little bit wide there from the Williams. Might open a very sniff opportunity for the Aston Martin. But on this occasion, not close enough. The pit window with a 2-stop strategy going off the hard tyres is well and truly open here. Will anyone take the nibble at it? As we head round the final 2 corners on the circuit, I'm looking at the track map. No one taking that pit road here. And this is where it's going to start to get interesting. If we turn our attention to the rear of the field momentarily, Zozo and Yiddachik now closing up to their first driver, who is on, I have to presume, the 1-stop strategy here. Momentarily, Yellow getting close again to the rear of the championship leader, Federico Spiga. And if it's the 1-stop against the 2-stop here, Zozo and Yiddachik have to have immense pace here on this particular stint. They're going to come in at around at least lap 20, lap 21 on that hard tyre. And as we say that, the first car has been dispatched by TES Zozo. Zozo gets through. Kasper Yiddachik as well does get through. So they've both now dispatched their first car. Next up is Louis Welch on that medium tyre, who is going to be crying because that medium tyre is probably an absolute horrendous condition here. Blode in the Aston Martin, still sticking to the rear of the Williams of Noel Jesselyn. Formula Kai as well, still sticking to the rear here. And now the main action is going to come from Zozo and Kasper Yiddachik here. 2 drivers in the same esports team. Now have to work together again. Federico Spiga, the championship leader. Another penalty here. Penalties have been a worst nightmare so far, whether it's speeding in the pit lane or track limits here in the context of the Austrian Grand Prix here. As we make our run down towards turn number 1, Zozo, before the lead of the Grand Prix, Blode getting close once again, gaining in the slipstream. Will he go for the move to the inside line? On this occasion, no. We look further behind because Zozo going on the inside of Louis Welch, and Zozo gets through into 13th position. Seechuk, will he think of that dive bomb move to the inside? No, he won't. Minor contact between the Audi and the Alpine, and now you'd think Zozo would be waved on by his teammate here, and would Marvin Gold now try and do the backup game here to try and back up Casper Seechuk, as now Louis Welch will continue, 3 wide through turn, three wide through the corner here. Louis Welch, the worst camera angle I've ever seen in my life here. Casper Seechuk says thank you very much, I'll have that. Marvin Golm as well is able to get through side by side actually between Marvin Golm and Louis Welch. I'm just going to see if I can get a better camera angle for this one. There we go. Inside for Marvin Golm. Turns to the outside for turn number 8 here. And Marvin Golm has, that was such a scare moment there. 3 wide through turn number 4. Two into that corner is a struggle. Panos Karafalidis now. I think he might be going for that 2-slot strategy just to try and get out of this traffic, get some clean air, and try and salvage this Grand Prix of his. For the lead of the Grand Prix, though, Blode getting close again to the rear of Noel Jesterine as we climb the hill. On the rundown now as Formula Kai goes for it, going for 1, going for 2. For the 2 for the price of 1, Formula Kai takes the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. Now, the 2 who were 1 and 2 comfortably, Blode and Noel running wheel to wheel here. Formula Kai has the lead. The Aston Martin looking to try and defend this one. Very deep into the gravel goes Noel Jesterine. Through goes DV, through goes Salva, through goes to Charles Spiga. Not a yellow as well. A major mistake. Stuck on the curb by Noel Jesterine. As for the lead, back through goes Blode. At turn number 7, Blode gets through into the lead of the Grand Prix. Noel Jesterine running wheel to wheel with Tom 97. Noel Jesterine all over the shop now in these current stages of this Grand Prix. And this is exactly, it's raining. It's raining in the Red Bull Ring. The rain is falling down and spins in the pits into the barrier. Noel Jesterine spinning off on the pit entry. And it's gone from bad to worse for the Williams. The rain is falling here. Off the road goes Formula Kai. DV91 now looking to get the position. Both Ferraris looking to make the moves here. DV91 dueling away with Formula Kai as they apply the power. The dryer line is offered to Formula Kai here. Tashanas gets past on Meadow. DV91 with a little twitch on the exit of turn 3. On the excuse me. On the run down to turn number 4. Yellow flags because Spiga's in the wall. The championship leader's off as we go back to the live action. DV91 and Formula Kai. DV91 gets back through as he looks for the move. Formula Kai looking to fight this one back again. Intermediate tyres on Panos Karafalidis, Marvin Gold, Louis Welch, and Noel Jesterine's car. I said it would be interesting to see if we had the weather like it was in my current town. And Zozo and Yaro swap positions here. Yaro's made a mistake because further behind car. And Casper Seechuk looking all to get involved here. Who peels in? Who peels in here? Formula Kai's going to gamble and continue on along with Tashanes and Salva Romedo. The rain is falling here. Does Zozo come into the pit lane? Yes. Zozo went for the extra pit stop, and well, he's just lost all that time. The pole is going to be like P8 in this race. Intermediates being chucked on all of the cars here. As we go to the lead of the Grand Prix, I pressed the wrong button again, I apologise. Side by side, Tashanes looking to make the move on Formula Kai. This is for the lead of the Grand Prix. They have to chuck into on. Look how sketchy it is as they apply the power here. The driver, Panos Karafalidis, who did make that pit stop. Federico Spiga is going to be behind a lot of them here. It's a torrential day for the championship leader, Noel Jesterine, our latest driver to retire from the Grand Prix. As we now look to Blode being your net race leader. As you see there, as they apply the power. Look at that 3-4 tenths of a second gained. All in an instant here by the Aston Martin. And I don't get why Formula Kai didn't come in. Formula Kai should have easily pitted. He was the lead Cadillac. And Kart, who is the other Cadillac, would be laughing at that. He's basically given a free pit stop here. Surely now they all ride into the pit lane. P1, P2, and P3. Look how sketchy it is through that pit entry line. And well, surely this is this will be your back to your race leader. Blode and DV91. Surely your net 1-2. Tashanes has retired. What? Tashanes has called it quits in the Red Bull Ring. He doesn't want a piece of the racing action. He's fuming with that blunder of a strategy call by himself. And well, he doesn't want any part of it here. Points were still on offer here. Into the lead of the Grand Prix goes Blode. DV91 into second in the race. Formula Kai, where will he exit this race? Top 97 getting close with him as well. As we make the rise now down towards turn number 3. Yellow gets through into the podium positions. Top 97 up into 5th. Formula Kai up into 4th. And the rain really has thrown a spanner in the works here at the Red Bull Ring. It really showed the driver's struggles here for the lead of the Grand Prix though. Defensive shapes thrown by the Aston Martin. DV91 trying to hamper the pressure here. Boost mode still enabled here because the FIA haven't deemed it wet enough for the boost mode and the straight mode to be disabled. You'll get that notification when it comes up though. You can see DV91. Maybe he optimized a wet weather setup here to try and continue to fight for the lead of the Grand Prix in the latter stages of this race. We're over the halfway mark. It's basically half wet, half dry here. The perfect route. Basically the perfect set of circumstances here in the Austrian Grand Prix. In terms of weather, in terms of action, in terms of strategy. Perfection here. Zozo is someone who, if he knew the rain was coming, why do that extra pit stop? Really? That's the question you've got to ask about to Zozo. But I mean, he's still 7th, so it did work somewhat. Kasper Seechuk is another one who lost out massively in that. There we go. So the straight mode's disabled. The boost mode's disabled. Also, the straight mode has been reduced to slight, so only the front wing will now open here. You can see it's wide. Goes Blode. Federico Speed, the championship leader, out of the Grand Prix though. DV91 trying to challenge for the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. Our 6th DNF of this race as we head through turn number 4. Yellow getting close. Top 97 getting slightly closer to the rear of Formula Kai as Kart looking to put pressure on Zozo, the man who was looking to take the lead of the PSGL PCF5 World Drivers' Championship. Today will not be doing that. Nonetheless though, Kart will continue to put the pressure on for the lead of the Grand Prix. That gap has gone up to 6.5 tenths of a second though. Almost 7 tenths as we go through turn number 9 and through turn number 10 here in Austria. Lap time's going to be ranging around the 1 minute 13s, 1 minute 14s actually. Yeah, 1 minute 14.1. But if the rain's going to continue to get heavier here, it's going to continue to get slower. So we could have lap times maybe in the 1:16s in the latter stage of this Grand Prix. Top 97 really putting the pressure on Formula Kai here on the exit of turn number 1. Salvo Romero in the background you saw there went off the circuit here. Top 97 gaining in the slipstream, getting closer to the rear of Formula Kai as he's gaining in that slipstream all the while, but on this occasion again not close enough to do anything about it as we climb on the exit of the corner. DV91 again showing efforts to get closer. Zozo and Kart running wheel to wheel, and Zozo able to hold on to that position in the race here, able to hold on to 7th in the Grand Prix though. Kart looking for that dive bomb move. Kart looking to make something happen here in Austria. Gibby in the set chat says Zozo on the goated strategy. I would beg to argue that. Frosty Pumpernickel says no, straight tilted out. It does seem it, doesn't it? I mean, he had that crash in the pit lane. Well, on the pit entry, I should say, really. As look how close this is further behind. Top 97, Salvo Romero, Formula Kai. 3 drivers in the wet weather, split by just under or just over now half a second here in the Red Bull Ring. 3 seconds for Carapher leaders. The sole running Mercedes his points hopes really have probably just been dashed in an instant here. Wide slightly from Formula Kai. This could open the door for Top 97 here. But the lead of the Grand Prix, DV91 getting close again. Top 97 going for that inside line. But as soon as you get out that slipstream, it just doesn't seem to be there for him here. He looks for the outside line. Formula Kai giving him the minimal amount of room required here in racing. As he goes to the up and under. Makes the run now down towards turn number 4. Top 97 gaining in the slipstream. All the while, gaining and gaining. When he go for that brave dive bomb move, he will look for it. He will go for it. The Audi looking on the inside line. Well, then maybe might be able to get the traction on the exit of the corner. Flat through turn 5 on the rundown towards turn number 6. Will he go for a brave to the inside of turn 6 on this occasion? No. Salvo Meadow hits the rear of time 97. Little bit out of shape there by the Audi as we head through turn number 7 and then through turn number 8. Top 97 putting so much pressure on the rear of the Cadillac. It's frustrating because you want to be able to use that boost button as, oh my word, so close to a collision here. Salvo Meadow might now try and open up. You just see, look in the right mirror there as we ride on board with Tom 97. Salvo Meadow is just hushering the Audi through as Kasper Yelicek is the latest driver to pick up a 3-second time penalty for track limits here. We started with 20. That's wide. Contact behind. Salvo Meadow runs to the rear of Tom 97. Formula Kai ran wide, and that was the chance that the Audi needed. It needed Kai to make a mistake, and that's just been dashed on an instant for the lead of the Grand Prix, though. It's side by side. Blode has been passed. DV91 takes the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. And it was a matter coming. It was a question of when it would come, because Blode was being put under so much pressure. As Salvo Meadow is the latest one to try and put under pressure. He looks for the inside move on Tom 97, but on this occasion, not close enough. But maybe the traction can favour him. The track continuing to get damper and damper as the rain continues to pour here in Spielberg, in the Styrian Hills. For the lead of this Grand Prix, though, 2.5 tenths of a second. It's now Blode's turn to try and re-immense that pressure on DV91. The Scarlet Ferrari moved into the lead of the Grand Prix here. Last time we went racing, it was Is It Alarms for Ferrari, who took the win. Ferrari looking for 2 in a row in PSGL PCF 5. If you're not including the Madrid Grand Prix, it will be 2 wins in succession for Ferrari. As it stands at the moment, Marvin Goll, a 3-second time penalty for track limits. He currently runs in last position here. Panos Carafali is our 7th retiree of the Grand Prix. And that's another one that has bid farewell to the Austrian Grand Prix here. Formula Kai slowly starting to work back towards Jeno for the podium positions here. Tom 97 as well, looking to get close as well as we make the run towards turn number 4. And that collision he had with Meadow at turn 1. That might have been Tom 97's only chance, really, to get Kai, because Kai made the mistake through turn 1. It ran the Cadillac wide here. And, well, if it wasn't for that tag, maybe Tom 97 could have had the run on the exit of turn number 1 here. Note, front wing cam. I do like this camera. It's actually quite nice for when you're looking at the car chasing. As we head through turn number 7 here. And look how much more confidence he's got in the corners here. Formula Kai getting all out of shape. Tom 97 looking for the inside line towards turn number 9. We will go. Looking to make this move here. Formula Kai showing a defensive shape here. Zozo looking for the move on Salvo Meadow here. Zozo's rejoined this party. You can say this is a fight for the top 4 here. Tom 97 trying to make the move. Wide goes Kai. Tom 97 trying to fight his way through. Trying to open the door as Salvo Meadow looks for the inside of Tom 97 here. They all back out of it here as we head through turn 1. Tom 97 tries to switch a route on the exit of turn 1 towards turn 3. We will ride here on board with the Audi looking to make this move, but also Salvo Meadow looking to get involved as well. On the inside goes Tom 97 to try and get this move. Formula Kai was the outside line to have the momentum, and now Salvo Meadow could maybe try and make this move as well. Further behind, side by side between the other Cadillac, a kart, and FST Zozo here. Side by side we go, 2 by 2 almost here. The outside line for the Alpine, the inside for the Cadillac here as he apply the power. The rain is ramping up on this circuit, as well as the action. The action aplenty here in the Red Bull Ring. And Formula Kai all aboard this train. This has been a phenomenal Grand Prix, even in the wet weather. It has been a scintillating watch here today. I hope you all are enjoying this to go. When we cross that line, 11 laps of Grand Prix action to come. Tom 97, looking for that move on the inside of turn 9. It's risky if you go for it, but on this occasion, not close enough. The move is coming, surely, for Tom 97. Formula Kai leads this train, which goes down to P9. Jaro van Houtgem as well. Someone who is starting to close up as well to the rear of this battle. Blode is getting close to the rear of DV91. Could we see a re-challenge for the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix? Will we see a brave dive bomb move? Again, on this occasion, not close enough. Tom 97, I pressed the wrong button. I do apologise here as we go then in towards turn number 3. Look at the train behind him. They all snake in single file here. Kasper Yelicek trying to make the move on Kart, who was putting the pressure on Zozo this time last lap, is now being the one put under pressure as we head in towards turn number 4 on this occasion. Nothing doing there. A little bit deep there from Salvo Meadow. Tom 97 as well, squirming, trying to get the power down. We are getting closer to full wet conditions. It's just, would it be worth to come into the pit lane here? If you're someone like Marvin Gulm or Louis Welch, you really have nothing to lose here. Yaro's gaining half a second so far on this train ahead. For the lead of the Grand Prix, though, getting within a tenth of a second here. Blode maybe just not recharging, saving those tyres for a later attack here when the weather gets more, when the rain gets heavier here. Maybe have more tyre to use. Look at that train behind the top three in this Grand Prix. As we head through turn 1, this occasion not close enough. Tom 97 might be someone who is close enough though through turn 1. Through goes the Cadillac, the Audi, the Racing Bulls, the Alpine, and the Williams, and the other Cadillac. Yaro will surely sooner rather than later be on the rear of this battle as well as we head in towards turn number 3. On this occasion though, slight defensive shape thrown from Tom 97. Salvador Meadow trying the up and under through turn number 3 towards the entry of turn number 4 here, and Tom 97 surely he'll be frustrating him here, being stuck behind Formula Kai here. Kai won't be complaining at all. He gained half a second now back on Yellow in the McLaren for the podium position. If he could dispatch Yellow and maybe start to pull away here, he will be lowing like obviously he'll be lowing like it's a podium here in the Red Bull Ring if he can get past the McLaren. But as my good friend Patrick, when it hasn't been a lack of commentary attendance, what is always one thing catching is another one passing. As for the lead of the Grand Prix, slight defence shown by the Ferrari here. Tom 97 again, getting closer again, but once again, just not close enough to make this move here. But look how close, look how easy he can follow through the final couple of corners here. For the lead of the Grand Prix, it's 0.2 of a second here. Can Tom 97 now try and do something about the train, about the blockade from Formula Kai? And to go on the exit of turn number 1, Tom 97 looking to make this move on the Cadillac man. 2 illustrious content creators preparing to do more battle here. Formula Kai defending the inside line. Tom 97 trying to set that move up, take a wider line, flick it on in, apply the power, set the exit, make the run, make the dash to turn number 4. The straight mode enabled. He's here. You heard the beep. On board was the Audi, but once again, on this occasion, not close enough to do anything about it whatsoever. Just trying to show himself in the Cadillac's mirrors. But meanwhile, they're doing this. They're still gaining. They're gaining on Yellow. And well, it could be game on for the win in the Austrian Grand Prix. It is game on for the win. I mean the podium, apologies. The gap down to, well, the gap's actually gone up last time we checked here. It was around a tenth of a second. It's now 3.5 tenths of a second here. Look how much the rain has got heavier here. And we cross that line. We'll head on to lap 29 of 36 here. 8 to go when we begin the next lap here. Top 97 finally thought of the move here. Got swallowed up on the exit of the corner. Now Salvador Meadow and Zozo, we could be 3 abreast towards the opening corner of the circuit here. Salvador Meadow looking to go on the inside. All 3 of them back out of it as Meadow gets a 3-second time penalty. 4 track limits here in Austria. And now Zozo will be looking to usher on past Salvador Meadow as we make the climb on the rundown towards turn number 4. On the inside goes the pole sitter, trying to make the move. Formula Kai and Tom 97 finally Dyson duel in the Red Bull Ring. And can Tom 97 finally get that move? He's been waiting for oh so long. On lap 29, he dives on the inside line in 2x2 formation here. The Audi versus the Cadillac. The 2 new giants in Formula 1 run wheel to wheel. And Formula Kai will be able to defend that one as Tom 97 looks for it on the inside line. Formula Kai offers the space as they apply the power towards turn 7. The inside line for the Cadillac. The outside then for turn 8 for the Audi. Towards turn 9 we go. Tom 97, patience. Everyone has patience, but it is running out, and Sozo goes on the inside line, off the road momentarily, goes Tom 97 with a little wiggle, with a little contact here, more contact as Tom 97 slides across the circuit here. It might be 3 wide, through goes Sozo, Tom 97 being swallowed by the pack here, as Kasper Yanachik look to get involved as well, wheel to wheel, off the road, go Tom 97 being ushered around into the wall, and off go the wings. Salvador Meadow and Tom 97 into the barrier. Salvador Meadow lets through the Audi. As back to the action, Kasper Yanachik and Kart run wheel to wheel. And the patience ran out for Tom 97, and he got, from what I saw, got dragged into the wall by Salvador Meadow. I'm not too sure what happened there. unfortunate as wheel to wheel goes Kart and Kasper Jurczyk the outside line for the Williams driver as they apply the power on the exit of turn 4, flat through 5 towards turn number 6. On this occasion though, again you should see the tyre hook there. Kasper Jurczyk getting all out of shape here as Kart tried the up and under, but on this occasion Jurczyk gets through into 6th position in this race. Next up is Kart to try and make the move. Kart trying to actually get back that move. Sorry, I don't know what I'm going on about here. As Louis Welch running wheel to wheel here with Salvador Meadows. Tom 97 waves his teammate on through, and Tom 97 might actually be able to still get a point here for the Audi team here. Into the pit lane comes Salvador Meadows, I believe, to probably, well, I say probably, he will change that front wing here. For the lead of the Grand Prix though, Yellow's found some pace. Yellow's entered himself to the equation here. It was a 2-car train, it's now a 3-car train. So Salvador Meadows will come in and change that win. Tom 97 needs to make sure he loses just shy of 2 seconds a lap, and he should realistically be fine to get P10 here. Obviously, Marvin does have a penalty. If we have a look at the penalty situation, Salvador Meadows makes it neither Racing Bulls scoring any points here. Our 8th DNF for the race. So, Yellow from Blode and DV91 in reverse order from 3rd to 1st. And well, that was quite the action-packed moment here. It is not over for the winner of the Grand Prix though. It might have died down behind, but I mean Zozo's well and truly back in the equation. By the way, they exited turn number 10 on that particular lap. It could have only ended in tears because of how much wheel banging, how much wheel hooking, twitching, barging there was on the run to turn number 1. It could have only ended in tears here. 1:16.787 now. The rain continuing to downpour. Heavy rain, I believe we are in now. For the lead of the Grand Prix, though, it is getting closer in the context of winning it all here. Yellow seems to be the fastest of the top 3 right now. Maybe Yellow was just biding his time, biding his tyres to get him in a perfect window for this one. So we didn't have to worry about temperature, so we didn't have to worry about anything here. 5 to go in the context of this Austrian Grand Prix. Behind though, it is back to this train. This time it's only a 4-car train after, well, 2 of them were eliminated from contention here. Marvin Gomes got the gap down to 7.6 seconds between himself and Tom 97, but Marvin needs to get over 2 seconds a lap now to beat Tom 97 in this race. Unfortunate for the Audi. Look at, he was fighting. He seems like he could have been on for a podium here. He seemed to be the fastest really of that train from 4th down to 9th, but then went into the barrier, and unfortunate for him, he will be finishing 10th, undoubtedly. At least getting a point for the Audi team. A point's a point. It's going to be the question of what could have been for Tom 97. Anyway, in towards the fight for the lead of this Grand Prix, though, scrap that. Back to the fight for 4th. It's back on again. New challenger, same defender. As we make our way towards turn number 1 here. Blood getting close again. You just saw him in the distance there, but not close enough here. As we make our way towards turn number 1, we go with Formula Kai, with Zozo, with Kasper Jurczyk, with Kart as well. Both Cadillacs are in the mix as we make the rise on the rundown towards turn number 4, and we go side by side for 4th and 5th in the Austrian Grand Prix. Zozo looking around the outside line. Formula Kai defending the inside line as they go under braking. Formula Kai squeezing the Alpine wide as they apply the power on the rundown towards turn number 4. And Zozo finally we've finally seen a driver who could fight back against Formula Kai. Formula Kai drops down to 5th position, and Zozo has now got a job to do. He's got 3.5 laps of racing to try and close back to the fight for the lead of the Grand Prix. Yellow seeming well and truly fired up for the win of the Austrian Grand Prix. As we head through turn 7, through turn 8, on the rundown towards turn number 9, where Yellow seems to be the fastest of this top 3 right now. Could I be asking too much? Could we see a 3-wide moment through turn number 3? Kasper Jurczyk getting close to the rear of Formula Kai. Again, look at that. You also see them all you saw them all fly around that penultimate corner here. 3 to go in the Red Bull Ring. And there's so much yet to be decided. The whole podium is still yet to be decided. Little bit wide from the Aston Martin. Yellow in the slipstream. He's gaining on the Aston Martin. Can he be close enough to make the dive bomb move? To get close enough? Is Yellow going to be brave? Going on the brakes on the inside line. The Papaya McLaren looking to go into second in the race as they apply the power on the rundown towards turn number 4. The outside line was offered to the Aston Martin as he make the way on the rundown now towards turn number 4. Under braking we go. The McLaren siving on through, and can Yellow finally get that position side by side through turn 5 towards the outside for turn 6 for the McLaren. Blode not giving up here, but the outside line for the McLaren to sail his way through. Can he finally get it done? Under braking, he gets it done. The Aston continues to fight it back, but Yellow gets second in the Austrian Grand Prix. But now it's got 1.4 seconds to chase to try and win this Austrian Grand Prix. 1 down, 1 to go for the McLaren driver. It is game on in the Red Bull Ring. Already 2.5 tenths gained through turn 9 and turn 10. He's got 1 lap to close up, and then he's going to have 1 lap to try and challenge here. Kasper Jedicek getting close to the rear of Formula Car, who defends here. Jari van Houtgem slightly starting the fairway. Jari, I believe, is going to get his PB result this season in P8. So, go on, son. As we make our way down towards turn number 3, where the Cadillac seeming to work together here. Jedicek going for the inside dive, trying to get the move past the Cadillac side by side. Minor contact. Wide goes Kai. Here comes Car in the Cadillac. Make the rundown now towards turn number 4. We're side by side between Williams and between Cadillac here. Wheel to wheel. Under braking. Outside for Kai. Inside for Jedicek. Inside again through turn 5 for Jedicek. And Jedicek, the second driver, the dispatch Formula Kai. He's still going to be in 5th position as Kai because of Jedicek's penalty here. But towards the fight for the lead of the Grand Prix, DV91, Yellow is absolutely flying. He has just found a 9th gear all of a sudden here. He's just found that extra step here as Carter looks to get close to the rear of his teammate as we head round the final corner. But 1 final tour to go of the Austrian Grand Prix. 1 more lap of racing. The final lap here in Austria. It is Yellow versus DV91. Ferrari versus McLaren. 2 of the most historic teams in Formula 1 prepare to duel in the downpour of rain. The outside line for Yellow. The inside for DV91 as they climb the hill towards the braking zone. Yellow using all of that curb available here. Flicking it in. Applying the power. DV91 on the inside gets the traction on the exit of the corner here. Side by side between McLaren and between Ferrari as we make our way down in towards turn number 4 here. Yellow was the outside line, the drier line to go braking, sailing and frying all the way around the outside, tyre hooking, momentarily dipping a wheel into the gravel here. DV91 got the elbow out and held on to the lead of the Grand Prix. We've got 1 sector to go here towards turn number 7 on this occasion. Not close enough here. It's been a spectacle Grand Prix. Who's going to come out on top though? 1.2 tenths as we make our way towards turn number 9. Who's going to be close enough? Will Yellow go for the centre, the inside? It's going for it. But on this occasion, not close enough. And as they arise through turn 10, it's been an excellent duel in the downpour rain, in the Styrian Hills, a drag to the line. But it's DV91 who will win the Austrian Grand Prix by 900ths of a second ahead of Yellow. Blode, I believe his first time racing this season. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but Blode gets a podium. The pole sitter finishes in 4th after maybe butchering the strategy. Cadillac, 5th and 6th. Jari van Houtgem will get P7. Kasper Jedicek in P8. Go on, Yaro. P7 for the Haasman. Audi will get 9th and 10th. But it is DV91 who has won the Austrian Grand Prix. What a race. What a race it was. What an absolute sensationalizing Austrian Grand Prix. Ferrari get another win this season. And the Constructors' charge is well and truly on. The hand shook, the trophy raised high and proud. McLaren in P2, Aston in P3. 2 greats of Formula 1. 2 great teams of Formula 1. On the top step of the podium. And well, the champagne is sprayed here in the Red Bull Ring. And well, what a Grand Prix that well and truly was. Just to quickly run you through your finishing order then, if we are able to see it. It says please wait. We can. Driver of the day, rightly so, to Yeno. Oh no, game don't do this. There we go. So, Yeno from P17. Okay, right. Eventually, I will be able to show you it. If not, oh well. I'm not going to show you. There you go. DV91 wins from Yeno, from Blode Zozo, Kai Kart, Yaro, Casper, Louis Welch, and Tom97. That was your top 10. Then Marvin, Omedo, Carafalida, Spiga, Shanis, Jestrine, Balsha, Axel, and Barutza are your 8 DNFs here in the Red Bull Ring. And well, let's see if we can get anyone for the interviews here today. Find PSGL. We'll play the waiting game. We'll play the waiting game for the drivers here today, but what a race. What a race that was. A superb Grand Prix in Austria. And it was phenomenal. I cannot believe the action that we saw. And it just didn't disappoint. I'll just ask the top 3 if they want podiums here today. See if the top 3 do want any interviews. If not, we'll give them a couple. We'll give them a minute or two. If not, then well, we can wrap it up here in the Red Bull Ring. What a race it was! Really, did not disappoint whatsoever. I hope everyone in the YouTube did enjoy. If you haven't already, like and subscribe, because I mean, what if you've watched that whole race and you're not subscribed? What are you doing? That was such a scintillating, spectacular Austrian Grand Prix. And well, I don't think we're going to get any interviews, but again, I hope you all did enjoy today. I myself, being biased, okay, mate. What a race it was, and well, it is a race win for Ferrari again. And we will continue to power on in the Red Bull Ring. Well, no, sorry, we'll continue to hurrah on. Just before we do finish up, however, let's go to the calendar. Let's see where we head next. Our week break is done and dusted. Madrid got cancelled. Austria is done. Next time we head to the Red Bull Ring. Next time we head to the Red Bull Ring, where hopefully we can get some action here. We head to Imola. Sorry, I'm completely getting my words up. Imola is up next. Then we head to the entertainment capital of the world in Las Vegas. Then we head to Mexico City. Then we head to Sao Paulo. Then we head to Sakir for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Then we finish off in the Lone Star State of Texas. I really hope you all did enjoy it here today. If you don't know who I am, I'm Rio Harris. I am a commentator, sim racer, yada yada yada. No one cares. But yeah, if you want to see where you can check me out, Rio Harris, everyone on all socials. But from me, thank you for watching, and well, we will see you all for the next one. What a race it was! But from me, ciao, adios. See you for the next one. Bye!